You feel like you're being forgotten, but in the spirit realm, your silence is actually a tactical blackout that the enemy is panicking about. While you're waiting for a sign, your quiet strength is dismantling every trap set against you. Your stillness is the most dangerous weapon in your arsenal. So you're in the quiet zone. The enemy is terrified of the silence that you're currently walking through. This word is for the people where God has you in a state of a quiet zone. Matthew 27 verse 14 says, "But Jesus made no reply, not even to a single charge, to the great amazement of the governor." In this passage, Jesus had gone before Pilate because people were accusing him. Attacks were heavy. He had persecution. But Jesus didn't respond to the accusations. He used silence to signify his spiritual authority in that moment and submission to his Father's plan for him. He didn't engage in the enemy's chaotic battle. His battle plan for the situation was to remain in the quiet zone. Joshua 6:10 says, "But Joshua had commanded the army, 'Do not give a war cry. Do not raise your voices. Do not say a word until the day I tell you to shout. Then shout.'" In the Battle of Jericho, God commanded the Israelites to march around the city for 7 days in complete silence before shouting. Victory came from obedience and divine power rather than loud noise. The enemy is trembling because your current isolation is confusing to the enemy. It signals that God's strategic internal fortification for you. In other words, he's strengthening you. It's not defeat. You are dismantling what you used to depend on in this quiet season. You're becoming unshakable. You're becoming unshakable to the threats of darkness. Weapons are not prospering against you. The devil tried it. This stillness is the precise moment your authority matures. What you think is a desert will turn into a staging ground for the Most High's counterstrike against the systems that have kept you in cycles. The pain of your wilderness is becoming a position of power. Your spiritual ranking is growing. Your purpose is playing out. The silence is a threat to the darkness, and it's God's special warfare. This is the Lord's quiet zone. The current season of silence is not abandonment. The Lord is cloaking you. This external stillness creates a blind spot for those who mean you harm. Your lack of reaction, it starves your opponent. It starves the opposition of the information they need to track your next move. Do you know that? While you're quiet, you're actually upgrading your mental and spiritual software. Your enemies feel they can no longer predict your triggers or emotional responses. Did you know that? This is a shift from being a target, come on, Jesus, to becoming an architect of your own destiny. Mystery is God's weapon. Your withdrawal from public validation forces your opposition into a state of paranoia. That's what God can do. You're breaking the cycle of predictability, and the devil hates it. There's a power of God's unseen work that's currently being made solid behind closed doors. A moment is coming when your silence breaks and your growth will be unstoppable. The enemy is terrified of the person that you're becoming during this period. Maintain your composure. Maintain your composure as you transition from the quiet zone into your highest level of impact. Isaiah 42:13 says, "The Lord goes before like a mighty one. He stirs up his zeal like a warrior. He shouts. Yes, he roars in triumph over his enemies." If you're in covenant with Adonai, your enemies are his enemies. When the time is right, the Lion of Judah will break the silence and roar in triumph over your enemies. So keep praying, keep worshiping, stay on fire, and stay free in your quiet zone.